On the fourth floor of the downtown Chattanooga Public Library, the Makerspace is home to a fiber art studio, 3D printing, laser etching, and a zine library. This Saturday, the Makerspace hosts this year's Zine Fest from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., a chance for you to create your own publication. Local and regional creators of zines, or zinesters, will be at the fest, which will also feature workshops on screenprinting, printmaking, papermaking, and photocopier art. Crissy Varnell is supervisor of the fourth floor Makerspace. Crissy, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
Tell us more about Zine Fest.
Zine Fest, it's an annual event that we have on the fourth floor of the downtown Chattanooga Public Library. It's a celebration of all things zines. So we house the Zine Library since 2014, which started in partnership with UTC. Since then, we started Zine Fest in 2014 and had an annual festival every year. We took a little bit of a break during the pandemic, as everyone did. So last year was our first year back since then, and we're back at it this year.
For people who don't know what a zine is, what is a zine?
A zine is a self-published magazine or book. The way that we think of zines is it can be about anything in the world. They have to be easy to replicate and usually at a low cost. So it's very much about creativity or self-expression and very few limits.
And then talk more about how people can make a zine there in the Makerspace.
Alongside our zine library, we have a whole zine lab. That's what we'll call it. So it is right next to our black and white photocopier. That's a pretty big tool in the zine world, where we also have the fancy staplers, the saddle staplers that you can come and replicate your zine and then use our fancy staplers to combine them. We also have a bunch of stamps, colored pencils, things you can collage with right there on hand so that you can create your own zine. So that's what we see a lot of people use our photocopier the most.
And this Saturday at Zine Fest, there will be a few guests there.
At Zine Fest this year, we are going to have over 30 zinesters, that's what we call them. So that's zine authors, so they will be tabling in our fourth floor event space. We also will have readings throughout the day of the different zinesters. We will have lots of hands-on activities. Some of those are led by some of the zinesters, but a lot of them are going to be led by library staff. We also have some hands-on activities that are going to be in partnership with some wonderful local partners, including Stoveworks and Arts Build. The one that we definitely want to highlight is the screen printing that's going to be happening. So that's going to be in partnership with Stoveworks. Some of our other hands-on activities that we're going to be having, we're going to have paper making, we're going to have printmaking, we're going to have button making, we're going to have paper marbling, which is very fun. So it's not just a celebration of all things zines, but it's also a celebration of the art of paper. That's how we want people to enjoy Zine Fest as well. So definitely celebrate the zinesters, but also let's get a little creative and see if we can inspire people to create their own zines for next year.
What's one thing that you look forward to?
I always look forward to the readings and the discussions led by the zinesters. It's a wonderful contribution. As somebody who's planning the event, we can plan hands-on stations, but we cannot replicate the voice of these zinesters. And so it's just a wonderful experience to sit there and listen to them read their works of art. And we are just so excited to host that every year.
And what begins at Zine Fest can take on a life of its own, as we've seen.
This is very true. That's one of the wonderful things about zines, as I mentioned earlier, is that they can be about anything in the world. And so you really get to kind of see what excites people through their zine creations. Sometimes there's a wonderful kind of like cross-pollination between the different art forms. So one of the ones that I'm thinking of is a zinester who's also a tattoo artist. And so I've seen their works come to life. They'll sell it on the page, but then you also kind of see it out in the real world on the human body. And I think that that's a really great example of how something that starts on the page can really take on a life of its own. I know that's a very specific example, but it's the first one that came to my mind.
And for people who want more information about this, who want to turn out on Saturday, where can they go online?
chatlibrary.org/events. If you're looking so specifically for the events page, we will have a schedule of the day posted. You can also call us up on the fourth floor. We can provide more information to you via the phone. So definitely the website, though, is the way to go. You can also look on social media and follow us at Chat Library.
All right, Crissy, thanks so much.
Thank you.